Good evening and welcome to the news roundup for Thursday the 6th of March. Before we get into the news, please remember to like this video, share your views in the comments, and share the video with your family and friends.
Reach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Now for the news in detail. A man who was arrested for impersonating police personnel has been charged. He is 21-year-old Alex Ming. He has been charged with impersonating a police officer, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unlawful possession of government property. He was arrested on Monday on Barbican Road in St. Andrew. Reports are that sometime after 4 p.m., members of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch PSTEB observed a Toyota Axia with blue flashing lights being driven recklessly. The PSTEB personnel signaled the driver of the Axia to stop. He complied and exited the vehicle. Ming, who was driving, was reportedly dressed in attire resembling a police uniform. This included a JCF branded baseball hat, a black long sleeve shirt, and a less lethal belt with the force's RCB button. He also had a handcuff pouch and a bulge in his waist. When questioned, he stated that he was a member of the JCF working in the Spanish Town area of St. Catherine. However, he failed to provide any identification to substantiate that claim. A check of the vehicle's registration through the traffic ticket management system indicated that it was not registered to the Commissioner of Police. The police here further search revealed an imitation pistol concealed in his waistband. The vehicle and the other occupant were then searched. Both men were arrested. The other man has not been charged. Dancehall entertainer Squash is in the custody of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency ICE. The entertainer, whose given name is Andre Maurice Whitaker, was taken into custody by immigration officials after he posted bail on Tuesday. Squash and the co-accused Zidane George Prescott were arrested on Monday the 24th of February and charged with gun possession and carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. Bond was set at US $500 for the concealed carry charge and US $2,500 for the possession charge. After being released from the custody of the Miami-Dade police, Squash was then detained by ICE officials who took him to the Chrome North Processing Center in Miami. Following his arrest, an immigration hold was placed on the St. James native, as police indicated he had no legal status in the United States. Before his arrest, Squash was observed by an agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation's FBI interacting with a person they were observing. Police records indicate Squash is already before the immigration court for a separate matter. The family of dancehall artist Lisa Hyper says the entertainer has been making steady progress as she receives treatment after suffering a mental episode that dominated social media headlines in February. The entertainer is currently undergoing treatment at the University Hospital of the West Indies. She has been in the facility for the last 2 weeks. The entertainer had experienced several apparent manic episodes which played out on social media in recent weeks. Many of her rants were aimed at prominent members of the entertainment community. She was arrested and charged with assault in February after an incident at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. Portland recorded its fifth murder and its second in 2 days, following the shooting death of Albert Bugsy Lindsay, a businessman of Anchovy Land Settlement in East Portland on Thursday. Police sources say that Lindsay, who operated the popular eatery Hannah Bananas, was gunned down shortly after 8 a.m. at his home in the community. According to the police, residents heard several loud explosions sounding like gunfire and alerted them. Upon their arrival, Lindsay was found lying motionless on his back with what appeared to be multiple gunshot wounds to the chest. He was later pronounced dead at hospital. It is understood that Lindsay was at home when someone reportedly called him from the outside. The now deceased reportedly went out to the veranda area where he was allegedly shot multiple times by his attacker. Detectives from the Criminal Investigations Branch in Port Antonio processed the crime scene. On Tuesday, a fruit vendor was shot and killed at his stall in Bournebrook. He has so far only been identified as Jason. Reports are that about 7:30 a.m., A gunman alighted from a motor car and opened fire at the fruit vendor, who was hit multiple times. People in the area were also sent scampering for cover during the shooting. No motive has yet been established for either murder. Investigations are ongoing. Sources close to reggae artist Koffee are disputing media reports that she was dropped by her US label RCA Records. A media outlet had earlier this week indicated that sources at RCA Records indicated the Toast hitmaker had been dropped from the label. However, when the question was put to Koffee's team as to whether she had been dropped by her label, the response was, "Not that we are aware of." When pressed as to whether she is still signed to RCA Records, there was no further response. Koffee burst onto the scene several years ago with the mega hit Toast, and later won a Grammy in 2020, becoming the youngest and first female to receive the Best Reggae Album award. She has seemingly taken a break from the music scene in recent years. The Manchester police are hunting for the perpetrators of a gun attack that left a truck driver and a saleswoman injured on Wednesday night in the parish. Reports are that about 7:15 p.m, the victims were parked in Asia, Manchester, when they were shot and injured by the occupants of a Toyota Axia motorcar. They were taken to hospital where they were admitted for gunshot wounds. No motive has yet been established for the shooting. The Mandeville Criminal Investigation Branch is conducting a probe into the matter. The Kingston Western Police have listed a man as wanted following the shooting of a woman said to be his child's mother at Bucker's Scheme on 3rd Street in Trenchtown, Kingston 12 on Wednesday. Mark Anthony Roberts, otherwise called Marky, is being requested to report to the Denhamtown Police Station no later than 6 p.m. on Thursday. The police said the 36-year-old woman, a vendor, was shot and injured during a confrontation with a man and has since been admitted to hospital. It is believed that around 7:40 p.m, the woman and the man got involved in a heated argument. The man reportedly pulled a firearm from his waistband and opened fire at the woman, hitting her in her left hand and chest. She ran and was chased but later collapsed. The man reportedly fled on foot and the woman was assisted to the hospital. The police said investigations have revealed that the suspected attacker has a child with the woman and that the argument they had was a result of her current boyfriend. Investigations have also revealed that the suspect is a member of the Buckers gang, which operates in the said community. The police have since been monitoring the area closely as they believe there might be a reprisal for the incident. The St. Catherine North Police seized more than 250 pounds of ganja on Wednesday morning during a targeted operation in the Bellasgate area. The drug, seized sometime after 8 a.m, is believed to be part of the Guns for Drugs trade. No one was arrested during the operation. Senior Superintendent Upton Nicholson, commanding officer for the St. Catherine North Division, says a quantity of the drug was compressed. The police managed to seize over 250 pounds of ganja. Of this amount, approximately 150 pounds were already compressed and prepared for illegal export. We are of the view that this ganja was being prepared to be transported to other islands and to be exchanged for illegal firearms and ammunition, Nicholson said. He said the police will continue to target those involved in criminal activities as they aim to take the profit out of crime. Wherever our intelligence takes us, that is where we will go. We want to reassure law-abiding citizens that we are here for them. We are here to protect them, he vowed. The St. Mary police have arrested 4 people in connection with Tuesday's murder of a man in Tank Lane, Oracabessa. Art Neil Saunders, a 46-year-old of Tank Lane, was shot about 11:40 p.m. as he was about to exit his motor car outside of his house. The police say those in custody include a juvenile and his mother. Following the murder, the police said they acted promptly on intelligence and reports from concerned citizens. As the investigation progressed, several persons of interest voluntarily presented themselves to the police to clarify their involvement. But based on further inquiries, multiple individuals were detained on reasonable suspicion of murder and related offences. A 26-year-old man from Kingston is facing multiple charges after he was implicated in a double shooting in which a man was killed and another wounded last month. He is Jason Monroe, otherwise called Money, a businessman of Kingsley Avenue. Monroe has been charged with murder, wounding with intent, and multiple firearm-related offenses. Reports are that on the 25th of February, Monroe, armed with a handgun, opened fire on 27-year-old Warren Grant, otherwise called Zeeks, of Hill Avenue, Kingston 11, while he was sitting along the roadway. Grant attempted to escape but was chased and shot multiple times. Another man who was at the location saw what was happening and threw a stone at Monroe. In response, Monroe allegedly shot him in the abdomen before escaping in a waiting motor vehicle. Grant was transported to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead, while the other wounded man was admitted in stable condition. Monroe was later arrested. He was interviewed in the presence of his lawyer and formally charged on Tuesday. And that is it for your news roundup for today. We would appreciate you liking this video, leaving a comment, and sharing the video with your family and friends. Have a good evening and see you next time.